Tokenized stocks or tokenized equities are gaining a lot of attention, but what exactly are they? Well, to understand that, we need to start with tokenization. Tokenization is just taking a real-world asset and representing it as a digital token on a blockchain. That asset could be gold, real estate, or in this case, a stock. Okay, so why would you put stocks on a blockchain? Well, it's not just for the sake of it. This digital format offers a different way to trade and move stocks and can solve some of the limitations of traditional stock markets. Now, you might be thinking, aren't stocks already digital? And yes, sort of. Most people already buy and sell stocks through an app or a brokerage account. We're not mailing paper certificates around here anymore. But that doesn't mean the system underneath is fully modern. Traditional stock markets still come with fixed trading hours, intermediaries, settlement delays, access restrictions, and a lot of other older infrastructure behind the scenes. Tokenized equities, that can reduce some of that friction by updating the rails underneath the market, not just the screen you use to access it. That can mean things like 24/7 trading, more flexible funding models, and much faster settlement. In traditional markets, trades still usually only fully settle on the next business day. They can also make stocks more accessible through fractional ownership. That just means buying a small slice instead of a full share. That really matters when some shares are just simply too expensive for most people to buy outright. And if you wanted to class a share of, say, BRK.A Class A, it would cost over $700,000 at the time of me recording this video. So to be able to buy an equivalent of just a fraction of that is a lot more practical for me and you. And they fit more naturally with the way that digital assets work, where value can move faster, more flexibly, and in a more internet native way. Even the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange sees the potential. It's been developing infrastructure for 24/7 tokenized security trading with stablecoin funding and on-chain settlement. So this isn't just some niche crypto idea. It's something major market players are taking really seriously. So does that mean that everyone should just switch to tokenized equities? Well, not necessarily. Tokenized equities are getting a lot of attention for good reason, but there are some really important differences to understand. First of all, tokenized equities aren't stocks in the traditional sense. They're digital tokens that represent exposure to a traditional stock. Think of it as a digital wrapper that gives you stock exposure. They might be backed one-to-one by real shares held in custody, but that isn't the same as direct ownership of a traditional stock. That's because owning a tokenized stock, it doesn't always mean direct legal ownership of the underlying share. It also usually doesn't come with voting rights that you get from holding that share directly. And if dividends are included at all, they may not be handled in the same way that they would for a normal shareholder. But what it does give you is stock exposure in a more digital, flexible format. And it's not just a distant idea. You can buy tokenized equities right now. On Binance, for example, they're available across hundreds of different cryptocurrencies. And with major players like NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange moving this direction too, it's really easy to see why people believe tokenized assets could become a major part of future of finance. That's why understanding how they actually work is only going to matter more as the market matures. Well, that's all for today's video. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to not miss more content like this.